There's no chance Ugami wrote that dying message. It appears to have been written with someone's finger, but both of her hands were perfectly clean. Not even a drop of blood on her fingers. Really? I already knew he was lying. Like, it was, well, one, I already watched the anime, but two, it's really obvious if you pay attention. Then who did write that dying message? Perhaps Hagakure planted it there. It would explain how he knew about it. Yep, it's the only way. Honestly, like, he wasn't in there, he wasn't allowed to investigate, so how else would he know? Yes, that's correct. Whoa, he admitted it. I thought that might have been the case. But why would you plant fake evidence? Well, you see, 'cause I killed Ogre. Hagakure killed Ugami. Will you hear me out? Will you listen to my final words? Like it said in Ogre's note, I went to the rec room just before lunch. You went in just like it was no big deal. You're an imbecile. So I showed up, dude, and... My apologies for making you wait. I'm expecting others. No bigs. Okay, text, fix yourself. Would you like a piece of candy? It will help you relax. It would be my pleasure. After that, Ogre didn't say anything, and the silence started wearing on me, dude. But then, out of nowhere, Ogre started whispering to herself. This is the end. Today, it ends. Today, I put an end to everything. When I heard that, it hit me. Ogre was planning to kill me. She was gonna kill me and get out of this place. I flipped, and then... Yup, there it is. I saw it opening, so I grabbed one of the Monokuma bottles on the cabinet and clocked her with it. I took her by surprise, dude, whacking her with a good one hard thunk. She went limp and she never moved again. Finally realizing what I'd done, I knew I'd be executed if I didn't do something. So I wrote Fukawa in blood on the magazine on the table and got right the hell out of there. There's a special circle in hell for people like you. That's everything that happened, dude. Do whatever you want with me, I'll take it. We're not just gonna do anything. We're gonna execute you for murdering Sakura. We can cast our ballots now, right? We've got our culprit right here. I don't believe Hagakure is done testifying yet. Huh? What do you mean, not done? What he told us so far doesn't explain everything he did. And until everything's been explained, we can't stop asking questions. Hagakure's testimony doesn't explain why, after any of this, he chose Fukawa. Because nobody would be surprised if Kuro snuffed someone, dude. She's the best fall guy here. Oh my god. Make sure you suffer like no one suffered before for all eternity. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not getting any support this way. Dang it. It's either this one or this one. Obviously. Why didn't you put blood on Ugami's finger? Oh, come on! Okay. Hakure's testimony doesn't explain why he hid the magazine? Really? I'm being really dumb here, guys. Now that you mention it, you never explained why you hid the magazine, did you, Hakure? Huh? When you found the body, the magazine with the dying message had been returned to the wreck. Why would you intentionally make it more difficult to find? That defeats the purpose of the red herring. Actually, about that, I didn't hide it anywhere. I left it right there on the table. What? Liar! He must be lying. Having already confessed to the murder, I can't imagine he'd start lying now. Then he's telling the truth? Which means someone other than Hagakure put the magazine back in the rack. Which means he's not the only person who was in the rec room around the time of the murder. More than likely, that hypothesis is exactly correct. Then, who else was there? Assuming that the person who hid the magazine, that would make someone who would be inconvenienced if they were discovered. Byakuya? He hit it to me. Oh, nope. He's pissed. He's pissed. He's definitely pissed. Yeah, it was Fukawa, I think. It was Fukawa, wasn't it? What? I mean, who else would be inconvenienced by a dying message other than the person whose name is on it? Is it true? Did you go to the rec room too? Why would I? No, forget about that. None of this even matters. We already know who the killer is. Oh, he even confessed. I think that's what she said. Yes, it's true. I did it. No, you didn't. What are you doing speaking for him? Yes, Hagakure struck Ugami with a bottle, but that's not where this case ends. It doesn't end there. What do you mean? It means Hagakure isn't the murderer. What are you talking about? That's not possible. In that case, why don't you have him recount his testimony for us? That should make it clear that he is not the culprit in this case. So what do you want me to do? Just tell us what you told us before about when you attacked Ogami. I'm not sure what the point of this is, but you got it, dude. Yawning again. This case isn't over yet. Hakakure is not the killer. I need to prove it to everyone else. I think it's because I'm talking without, like, taking short breaths in between. Yeah, okay. I whacked her upside the head. One of the Monokuma bottles in the cabinet. With a good hard thunk from behind. And when we say one good hard thunk, you struck her only once, right? Yes, I hit her only once. But I did broke the bottle, and then she went lump. Then it settled. Hakakure is the culprit. Oh yeah, Kirigiri said that there was she was attacked twice, and I'm not sure how she knows. Yeah, I was right. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Okay, okay. If Ogami died from Hakure's blow, it doesn't explain why she had 2 wounds on her head. Huh? 2 wounds? Yes, she had 2 wounds on her head. So says the woman who makes a habit of touching every corpse she comes across. I see no reason to doubt her. But I only hit her once, so why did she have 2 wounds on her head? Because she was actually struck twice, with a Monokuma bottle each time. Hold on, how can you tell all that just by looking at the wounds on her head? Not only was she struck twice, but both were Monokuma bottles. Her wounds aren't the only evidence I have. The Monokuma bottles I've seen support it as well. There was something obviously not right about the Monokuma bottles excuse me, my god, that came out of nowhere. Monokuma bottles I found there. And when you realize that, you'll know why she had to have been struck twice with the Monokuma bottles. The back of the rec room and think back to the rec room after the incident. There were 4 Monokuma bottles on the cabinet, right? Sorry guys, I keep yawning. I really should not be doing that. My bad. In addition, there were single bottles worth of shards and 1 Monokuma bottle figure on the floor. That's the bottle Hakakure broke when he struck Ogami, isn't it? In other words, there are 4 full Monokuma bottles and a single bottle's worth of shards at the scene. However, there should have been 6 Monokuma bottles. 1's missing. How do you know there were a total of 6 bottles? Easy. Just look at the pattern and the hidden in the set of bottles and you'll understand. Pattern in the set, it's on the tip of my tongue. The pattern is in the item the Monokuma figure is holding. It's the chess pieces. Okay, now it's this is the hard part because you have no idea what they're gonna say. Oh my god. Oh yeah, it is chess pieces. I need another E. The E. I must have been spamming the button too much. That's right, the chess pieces. Every single one of the Monokuma figures in the bottle is holding a chess piece. Rock, rook, bishop, pawn. They are indeed all chess pieces. Then the figure in the broken bottle was holding a knight. Where are you going with this? You don't seem to be very familiar with chess, then allow me to explain. There are a total of 6 different pieces in chess. King, queen, rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. However, at the scene there was only the king, rook, bishop, pawn, and the knight on the floor. Oh, so there's no figure holding a queen. Exactly, there were only 5 Monokuma bottles at the crime scene, 1 fewer than there should have been. What? That doesn't. What does all this stuff about chess matter? We're in Japan. It should be shogi, dude. Precisely not. What I'm trying to say is, sure, there may be a bottle missing, but there's no evidence linking that to this murder. Not one bit. Maybe one. One had already gone missing before the murder. Nope. The missing Monokuma bottle is very clearly connected to this case. In what way? Consider what state the missing Monokuma bottle would have been in, and it should be obvious. Missing one. Broken. Aroused. That's a weird word. In all likelihood, the missing Monokuma bottle was broken into pieces. And how do you know that? Because there was evidence left behind. Evidence? Evidence suggesting that there wasn't just a single broken bottle at the scene. What evidence? There wasn't just one broken bottle there, and the evidence of that is in the test Kirigiri and I did together. The weighing scale, I think. Oh, whoops. Oh, there it is. Earlier, Kirigiri and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of an unbroken Monokuma bottle to that of the fragments scattered on the floor. And what we found was that the fragments weighed more, and the reason for that being, there were more than one bottle's worth of fragments at the scene. In other words, 2 Monokuma bottles were broken at the scene, but someone disposed of one of the figures and some of the bottle's fragments, though whoever was mistakenly left too many fragments on the floor. Admittedly, it would be difficult to get exactly the right amount, but why would they need to get rid of some of the bottle fragments? Because they hold some bearing on this case. There's no doubt the disposed of bottle is connected to the murder somehow. It was used for the second attack. Bowling. Bowling is funny. The disposed of bottle was used in the second attack on Ugami. The 2 wounds on Ugami's head, the 2 broken bottles. Taking both into consideration, that the only conclusion you can draw. By getting rid of only one bottle's fragments, the culprit made it look like there had been one attack. In which case, the person who struck her second would have been someone other than Hakakure. Isn't that right, Fukawa? Eh? There's also the fact that you hid the magazine, making it very likely you were at the scene. Wait, so maybe she attacked a second time, but where's the evidence that I'm the one who did it? There's no question you're the culprit, dude. You were just saying that it was you who did it. I'm not afraid to admit my mistakes, I'm just that kind of guy, dude. But plus just remember that's something that seals the deal. On the off chance there might be something to it, we'll hear you out. Just after receiving Ogre's invitation, I was kind of wigging out about everything, so I went up there early and staked out the rec room. A little bit later I saw her. I saw Kuwa going into the rec room. Fukawa going into the rec room. Ogre showed up and went in not long after. Since I thought Kuwa was in there too, I was feeling a little better about things and went in on myself. But Ogre was the only one there. Kuwa had vanished into thin air, dude. And why would you wait until now to tell us something so vital? I was in on so much shock to having committed a murder, dude, I completely forgot about it. Someone, go find this foolish marbles. Yo, Kuwa, where'd you disappear to? You're confusing me for someone else. I didn't go to the rec room. Maybe she didn't disappear, but she was just hiding somewhere in the rec room. What? I wasn't hiding in the rec room. Why would I do that? What's wrong with you? Making all these baseless accusations, you accursed vermin. Her accusations aren't baseless. Fukawa was hiding in the rec room. The traces she left behind in a certain location are all evident. I need to prove it. New elements. What is this? Up to this point, you haven't pretty much gone to the kill shot. Just press the triangle button and bang. From this point on, you'll have to deduce the proper piece of ammunition to make a kill shot. You need to rotate your cylinder with the L button, like non-stop debate. As with debates, if your logic difficulty is set to gentle or below, your ammunition will be loaded. But just for this round, your cylinder will be loaded with the same number as in malicious. I pray for your health and safety as the story approaches the second act. I wish you the best. Over and out. Oh dear. This is gonna be fun. Oh, at the end, I guess. I'm gonna try to get 100% on accuracy. Fire the kill shot. Shards of glass. And oops, there it is. Handprints. Let's see how my accuracy was this time. Ugh, still bad. Whatever.